Hey, what's going on? PG28 here. So today is what? Today's time doesn't exist, but today is what you call Friday. Um, and I watched Jet Li Fearless last night on Netflix. Um, movie is about Yuan Jia. I said it right. It takes place in like the early, wait, 20th century. I mean, nah, I don't say 20th century. I want to be specific, but like 1909, 1910, 1904, and stuff like that. And he's a kung fu martial artist. But I mean, for some of you probably watched the movie already, but he in the beginning he's fighting out of like I guess egotistical, like my family has the best, but this is based off of clans and families knowing the best, creating the best on fighting style and of wushu, I think. Just fighting style, right? And he, as a little kid, watches his father do these fights, but his father doesn't want to teach him these fights. So he goes, you know what? I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn. So he ends up learning, but his father dies, and later on in the movie, he doesn't show it, but he just passes away. But at Jet Li, at that moment, he's undefeated. But he made a vow that he said he's never going to get defeated again. So he's just awesome. But he ends up, killing some guy that he didn't need to kill. He pretty much killed him by accident, out of anger. Leaves, takes like a vacation, a hiatus somewhere else, peaceful. Comes back and it's changed, and the Western, the British, and I think America, whatever, he'd come to China to take over or just disrespect or invest or something like that, and he ends up coming back to fight for his country and uniting, coming under one umbrella with every families and clans, like fighting style. And with that, he excuse me, he takes on these four guys, ends up beating like this federation of America. I don't know the characters, but I know it's that the Western society, Western world, tries to do a 4-on-1 with each one of their best from either a different country or some shit, and then one guy from Japan, and then the ending, he gets poisoned and whatnot, but he still continues to fight because Japan got like, hey, I can kill you, man. Don't fight, man. You can kill you. He's like, nah, I'm not, yeah. So he ends up fighting the guy, and he almost wins by a kill blow, like a death blow that he did on the first guy he killed by accident. But he said no. But the Japanese fighter, he was like, wait a second, you could kill me just now. I didn't win this. But he gently falls to the ground. The Japanese guy picks him back up and says he won, and everybody goes crazy. And why I say this? I said that to say this because what I noticed is that I think when I don't want to say black people, melanin enriched, Moorish American, Hebrew Israelites, the Nation of Islam, whatever you want to depict yourself as, I think that most of the times that the reason why pardon me, the reason why us as African Americans or African, whatever in this country, America, is that we don't have a nation. That's one of the things that's just missing when you think about it. Like, okay, think about this. When a black person goes to when a black American, Afro American, when they go to Olympics, they're for America. They're not necessarily for people of us. Because when I watch the Olympics, or I watch the Olympics, I see somebody black doing something. I don't automatically think, yeah, that's us. I think, that's white people too. So it's not like I don't like white people or anything like that. It's just that we don't have that nation integrity. We don't have that thing like Nation of Islam. Anybody can watch that video and go, whoa, they're together. They're one. But when you see like ghetto black people in the street, thugs, street guys, or anybody really of dark complexion, you just go, that person's not doing nothing. So there's no nation to come under. You know what I'm trying to say? In America is not. Mm, the landmass is ours, but the corporation, United States of America, is not ours in terms of black people. It's not ours. I don't think it is. So that's what I just seen in the movie. I seen that he had a nation. It was a nation. They had a nation to get behind and say for all of China or all of Taijin or Beijing or whatever the case may be. They said we represent this. That's it. That's fine. Though, but when it comes to us in America, there's nothing really. There's something there, but there's many things there, and there's Nation of Islam. There's Hebrew Israelites. There's the Black Church. There's the streets. There's the Black College group. There's so many. There's too. I don't want to say there's too many different groups, but there's a lot of groups, and either which way, you're still looked at as not a nigger, but just a different class of nigger, a different class of arrogant black person. Like that, you just that's what it is, and I think that that's very I don't want to say that's very sad, but it's that's probably what's holding us back is the fact that we don't have a nation. We don't have that thing that's just like it bonds us. We just have I don't really know what to say, but we just don't really have look, let me see. Hold on. Excuse me. So we don't really have that nation, and I think that's key, man. It's really key. You don't have a nation. We don't have a nation. I think that's what's fucking us up a little bit because we can't say for the sake of the black nation. Because when you say black nation, you gotta group in everybody. You gotta group in all the criminals, killers, everybody. And the system has turned us into some of those categories, killers and criminals and whatnot. And so it's kind of like this system has given you good and also given you evil, but the person you both using those hands to raise up and say good and evil is not us. So it's like we're not even in control of our own destiny in a way. So it's kind of fucked up because you can either be dead or in jail or be in a military being used, be in a college being used, and having a job or whatever. But to say, you know what, we're gonna start our own nation, we're gonna stop doing this shit. All funding, all food, all everything just mysteriously cuts off, and you're like, what happened? So it's very interesting, you know. I think one of the solutions to our problems is to share what we have. Not a lot, not everything we got, but to share stuff to say, you know what? Because you're my skin color here. So I know it's kind of like this sounds racist, but I'm just trying to say in terms of nation building. I mean, that would help because right now it's you have people helping each other, but it's always like a tight knit group of like 10 people helping each other, not like 20 and 30 or 40 or 50. It's just really just those people who grew up together help each other, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. So I just want to make this video, just trying to give you the comparison and contrasting that, you know, you had them who had Jet Li, who was fighting against his own brothers, pretty much fighting against his own brothers and sisters, just beating them up and stuff, and having fun doing it and getting paid or whatever the case may be. And then he had to lose a lot. He had to lose a little bit to go, whoa, I can't do this no more. Like too much bloodshed. Like his father in the movie didn't really. He could have shed blood, but he didn't. But Jet Li was like, why, Dad? Like young Jet Li was like, why didn't you do these things? And he's angry. So he grows up, and then when he finally, you know, gets blood on his hands, he just like he can't, like he's like he throws up. He's like, whoa, I can't believe I did that. And then he goes home. His mother got assassinated, and his daughter got assassinated, and more blood on his hands. And he's like, fuck. So he goes to the place. He tries to get the guy responsible, and he knows. He's like, I did it. Yeah, I did it. He sees his wife and daughter. Goes, I'm sorry. Slits his throat. More bloodshed. And now Jet Li's like, I'm gonna kill your mother. I'm gonna kill your wife and your child. And he's like, wait a second. I can't do this. It's more bloodshed. So he drops the sword, leaves, and he goes on a boat to some distant land, and he just tore up, man. He just fucked up. Arrow scraggled his face, you know, just tore up because too much bloodshed. But then it comes back together to get stuff done, and that was awesome to see. So, I mean, there's plenty of movies I've watched before, but I'm not watching it with the current, you know, mindset I have now. So when I do, I pick up on these things, and you know, probably try to make a video about it. Probably not, but that's really one thing that stood out to me was the nation thing. Like over here, we have, but it's so split up that it reminds me of just like Jet Li Fearless. It's just that we're all fighting each other. this group's fighting that group, and that group's fighting this group, and we're all just punching each other because you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be doing that, and you got people over here benefiting from that, man. Oh, wow. Like, you think by this time we would stop? That's what I'm trying to say. I think a lot of people, any age group of my complexion or ethnicity or cultural background would say the same thing. It's enough's enough. Like, stop. There's no need to keep doing this. So it just makes me think about what may be initiated against us in terms of science, biological weapons, mind weapons, and food. Like, it's so much to compile about what may be used against anybody, not just black people, just everybody on the planet, to keep everything going the way it's going, and no one's saying, why is this going on the way it's going on? And people just keep doing their thing like robots. That's it's bigger than what you think. If you don't want to say that, if you don't want to see it like that, excuse me, if you don't want to see it like that, see it like that, man. Think about it. So long, like decades of just the same thing, but just modified. It's the same thing like when you buy Lucky Charms in the 80s. You take a time machine, you buy some Lucky Charms or some Cocoa Puffs. You look at the box, it goes, oh, come back today, the box looks different, but it tastes the same. So why change the cover of the box if you're not going to change the taste of the cereal or anything? So just keep you thinking that things are going to get better, or new things are going to keep happening. So I don't want to throw this out because I feel like I'm about to draw it out. So I'm about to end it soon. That's what I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say. Yeah, I think that's one of the hey, leave that alone. I think that's one of the difficulties of just, is that we have to build a nation. We have to build a nation. We got to build a nation, and building. I don't know, but nation building is the ambiance of this video, it's the energy of this video. That's what's missing. And if anything, I've looked up, I haven't really got into really, is Moors, Moorish, Moorish, American Moorish things. If anybody knows about it, experiences about it, let me know, or something. You can send me a message or a comment. Stop! Wait, this. Whatever. Dog. So, yeah. If anything, I think that's one of the integral parts of nation building is knowing the law. I feel like knowing your rights, and like when people try to say we'll help you with stop and frisk, they're not really helping you with stop and frisk. They're helping you cooperate with stop and frisk. They're not in New York. They're not really, or anywhere else. They're not really saying to you, okay, this is how you not get stopped and frisked. No, this is how you cooperate with getting stopped and frisked. You just cooperate, talk to them, and probably, no, you shouldn't be in my fucking pockets in the first place, man. But there's certain laws that go way back to probably the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s that we don't know nothing about today because we're just thinking that, oh, whatever, it's in the past. No, those things probably still affect us today. Because a guy I know, we want to do a group thing. I fell off a bit because I was like, well, we weren't doing nothing. I felt. So I grew impatient, so I'll probably get back to it later on or not, whatever, it depends. And we were looking at the world through divine natural eyes. We weren't looking at it like, well, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. It was the fact that we knew what we could do. We all know, it's like we all have powers and abilities in us, but we don't want to tap into it, or we don't tap into it. And then because of that, we end up being used or abused or whatever the case may be. And we knew that, okay, we can do that. We can build this. We can do this. But with other people not believing in that, with other people not knowing that and saying, you know what, we can, but, oh, laws and this and that, it makes it difficult. So it was like, divine natural law is just, you feel it, you know it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't kill somebody just out of no reason. You don't rob somebody. You don't just do these stupid fucking violent acts because because you know the deal. I don't gotta really explain it, but there's differences between the laws we use, the laws that govern the universe, all those types of things. But when people don't focus on that and just focus on, oh well, I don't want to get in trouble, so I avoid everything, then you're not really fighting. You know what I'm trying to say? You're not really fighting back. You're not really taking charge. You're just kind of following orders, so to speak. But if you know the law from 1661 to 1802, like, it's like, whoa, But people don't talk about that shit. Even cops don't talk about that shit. Talking about, oh, we'll help you with stop and frisk. And she's like, no, they're not helping you. Just helping you cooperate with stop and frisk. So that's what I'm going in the video right here. Moorish nation or whatever, and that, and laws and nations, and those, I think those are really integral. Those are really integral. So I'll end it here. Thanks for watching.